up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 208. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
I'm here without him.
Hashtag Snyder Cut.
It finally happened, guys. Finally. We've been waiting for this shit since what, 2017?
Yeah.
I mean,
Quite some time.
it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Going on 4 years since we've been waiting for this shit. And what a great time to be alive as like a comic book fan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to preface this this episode. We told you so. I just want to get that out there.
Yeah.
We did Man of Steel on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did Batman v Superman extended cut,
Extended
right?
cut.
And we said way back when that they were building up to something amazing and epic. And all these people want to do was get online and fucking bitch about how terrible Batman v
Yeah.
Superman was. So you know what, people? You got what you deserved with that fucking Joss Whedon cut. This cut was for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the fans.
Yeah, this cut was for the fucking true believers. I like how all these backdoor people are coming out now. They're like, I mean, Man of
Oh.
Steel really wasn't that bad.
Oh,
And
okay.
Batman v Superman, it wasn't a terrible movie, but Justice League Snyder Cut's great. And it's like, no, dude, you're just fucking getting on the bandwagon like everybody else is.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking hear it. You know,
A lot of people hopping on that bandwagon.
a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I really felt like this was for us.
Yeah.
A great wrong has been righted.
Yeah. Yes. But Snyder Cut, guys, what's where are we gonna start?
Man, it's the best DC movie I've ever seen.
Certainly, right. Let's talk about that opening, right? So this opening's a little bit different than the
Just a little.
No
know,
shitty pop song.
yeah, none of that. Yeah. The opening that we get is like the tail ass end of Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
In keeping with the narrative flow of Snyder's movies so far.
Yes. And I mean, the god is dead. The bell's been rung, dude.
Yeah.
And you see the literal interpretation of the bell ringing
Yeah. The
as
wave.
he is. Yes.
The shock wave heard around the world.
Yes.
Even underwater. And
Which
everyone like
made-
was looking at it like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Is that what woke that first mother box up?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Because
what
it was
woke
like
the
it's
mother
like they were
boxes up.
scared
Such
of
a-
him.
Such
Yeah.
a far better way to introduce the mother box. to
Way
us.
better.
Yes. Speaking of
Um,
mother boxes, man.
I'm so glad they got rid of that shitty Batman scene where he uses the parademons. That was lame.
Yeah, right. I'm glad they got rid of anything Joss Whedon
I
contributed
mean-
to this movie.
I mean, yeah, that's what the majority of the theatrical cut
Yeah.
was. It was more Josh Whedon's film, and they managed to put Zack Snyder's name in the director credit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
What?
telling Trav last night, I saw an
What?
article where what's his name? Remember the guy that he wanted the movies to be in the theaters? Nolan. Got a Nolan in the back
yes.
of my head. He told Zack Snyder not to watch that movie
Yeah.
and even said something like he can't even believe that they put his name on it because it's not the movie that he made.
Right.
But he
Well,
told him don't watch it.
If we've learned one thing over the course of doing this podcast, in Nolan we trust. We may not agree with Nolan when it comes to watching movies in your own home, but in Nolan we trust, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good friend though, right there. You know,
Hmm.
just don't watch it. They fucked it up. Don't watch it. So like I said, the movie opens with them, Superman dying. And then it starts straight in with Batman's plot, right, to try to recruit heroes.
Yeah. Well, then
which
we
was
go into the battle scene at the. We see that there's like
Themyscira.
a big battle scene, and
Yeah,
and then it's like one of the times where I'm like, oh, I don't mind being here. We're not doing some fucking weird Olympic games, you know?
yeah.
Like there's a purpose this time.
All the Themyscira stuff was fucking
Yeah,
amazing, man. Like them trying to keep the mother box from Steppenwolf was fucking incredible,
yeah,
right? Like that was the um Wonder Woman movie that we wanted. And speaking of Wonder Woman, as soon as the movie was over, I messaged Adam and I'm like, how is it that we get two, not just one, but two fucking dog shit abominations of Wonder Woman movies?
yeah.
And then this comes out and perfectly
And
captures
she's
the
badass.
character. Yes,
She's Wonder
perfectly.
Woman.
They did the same thing in Batman v Superman. She shows up and kicks ass, and she does the same thing in this.
Hmm.
And yes, her role in Justice League is more important, and it is more involved than it was in Batman v Superman. But it felt like Wonder Woman to me. When I watch the other Wonder Woman movies,
Yeah,
it just feels like some bitch in a costume running around.
yeah. It's kind of cheesy.
Yes, very cheesy. Um, I mean, I don't even know where to go. Like we can take it character by character. I don't know how to do it because it's
Yeah.
all too good.
Well,
You know?
one of the big things would be the cyborg stuff.
Yes. All right. So I've never been a super huge fan of Cyborg, right?
Hmm.
I always thought that it was cool that Cyborg was around
Yeah.
and he had some really
You just
interesting
didn't know how
powers.
badass he was.
Exactly. Like I said, I mean, I don't know if they ever did any like Cyborg, like I'm sure they did Cyborg centric comics where it was just his story, this, that, and the other. But I never read any of them. I never was interested in it. But you see, like he is the newest person that has powers, right?
Yeah.
And you see this journey, like this emotional weight that's on him. You know what I mean?
Big time.
And like he becomes the hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really, the movie was almost like more or less it did include everybody, but like when it come to like the decisions and what needed to happen and all
Hmm.
this kind of stuff, not as much Batman,
It's
more
like, oh yeah. Well,
Cyborg.
remember when he was like, "Oh, we finally have a plan," and it's like they're on their way there, and they're like, "All right, here's the plan."
Yeah.
Like, well, we finally have a plan. Well, with everybody, man, with the Flash, but Cyborg, man, like him going through the whole thing with his dad,
Yeah.
and and he's like, you know how to make monsters, you know? It's like, come on,
Yeah.
dude, you're not seeing it, how good this
Yeah.
could be.
Right.
Like, I mean, you're about to save the world, you don't even know it yet,
Yeah.
and everybody here. So, but
Yeah.
when he
I
goes through that scene, man, like where he's like looking at it, where you first realize just how badass, and that's where we get the scene where he's playing football. We
Yeah.
all wondered why there were rockets.
Yeah.
So his dad's like, you can detonate every rocket in the world at the same time. Like
Yeah.
you're a badass. But when he takes that
with a
money
single thought.
and puts it in that woman's account, I was just like, fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
When he drops the line about his powers not being able to do all of that, it's having to fight it off
Yeah.
to keep his
Yeah,
mind distracted. Like if not, he would just go crazy. Like
yeah,
he would just be a rampant AI.
Yeah. The stuff with his dad and all that stuff, I loved the story arc that they had for him. I mean, it was kind of the emotional center of the film, more or
yeah,
less,
I
right?
mean, I mean, everyone had a really good, healthy dose of character development,
Oh yeah.
and it made such a fucking difference in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, look at Flash.
yeah,
I mean,
They fixed it.
yes,
They fucking fixed it. They fixed it in the best fucking way possible, dude.
yes. I mean, yeah,
Like
he was still the comic relief to a certain extent, but it didn't matter. Like it fit his character.
he, we'll get to him.
We'll get there. But no, man, I stuff with
Like
his
Yeah, what's crazy. What's crazy is how they managed to seamlessly blend in Dark Side, Desaad, and the threat at large. You know, without like it was there enough to be able to make it such a different movie, but still play on some of the same patterns.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the little stuff, man. Like the interactions with the characters' families, the
Yeah.
motivations for the characters, and of course, like Aquaman comes out, and this kind of takes place before Aquaman comes out, and all this kind of stuff to a degree. You know what I mean? But like even his characterization, like him being more or less like a loner, like that doesn't even want to be involved, and him kind of rising to the occasion and doing what needs to be done. It's like everybody gets
Oh,
their arc.
You talking about
and
Cyborg?
No, Aquaman.
like
Oh,
well his whole lasso of truth comedic relief moment was gone.
Yeah, right.
Like they made him like they made him serious for the
well,
most part.
remember in the first one, the interaction was different.
Yeah.
When he goes to meet him, in that other one, they were like in this room, and he's translating what the guy's saying, and this other
That
one
was
was
awesome.
different. It was like a different um scene, but I really liked him. And we saw because see, this was supposed to lead into Aquaman,
Yeah.
which they still pulled off.
Yeah.
I think it still had the same blueprint. I'm
Yeah.
sure he saw that Zack Snyder. I'm sure he watched the Aquaman movie and he was like, okay, but what the fuck were they doing with that Wonder Woman movie? They ruining my
Right.
character over here, man.
Yeah, both of them.
But it wasn't long enough.
No, I mean, it clocks in at a healthy 4 hours, right?
Yeah, but we're all like we'll have to find time to watch it, dude. Once you started watching it, it wouldn't matter if it had been
Yeah.
6 hours.
No,
That's all
dude.
you
I
were gonna
sat through
do.
all 4
Yeah,
hours,
dude, I
dude.
didn't move.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Just
I
sat there
think I
like,
paused. I paused it one time to go pee. You
yeah,
know.
maybe in a slow part. I think I used the bathroom, but
Well, I waited
definitely
till a
paused
scene
it.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, now's a good
I
time.
have a
But I
question
mean,
about real quick, because the whole time I was watching, I kept thinking about it. Because at the end, Superman's like, "Thanks for getting the house back. And by the way, how'd you do it?" And he's like, "I bought the bank."
yeah,
And I'm over here like, Barry Allen just saved the world. Can we not let
yeah.
his dad out of fucking jail? Like,
I know,
can we
right?
not can we not pull some strings somewhere? Commissioner Gordon, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. But I
Uh,
mean, really though, right? But I guess that's a little bit
Part of the
too
story.
personal. Yeah, it's too. I think it's too
Yeah.
personal to Barry
Well,
Allen,
and I
like
don't think
him.
he's telling them. He's not going to them. Yeah, and being like, "Help me with
Yeah,
this," because he's like, "I can do it."
yeah. He wants to prove himself.
Yeah.
Speaking of saving the day, Flash single-handedly.
Mm.
saves the
Whoa,
fucking
dude.
multiverse.
Yes, like, and what a fucking awesome sequence that was. Like
As it was
in
rebuilt and everything.
yes, in the Whedon version, Flash was just fucking there.
Yeah.
Cyborg was just there. They were focusing on Batman,
Yeah.
Superman, and Wonder Woman, and that was
That
it.
was
The
it.
rest of them were just there. Yeah. And we already talked about the Cyborg arc, but let's talk about the fucking Flash arc. I mean, the action sequences that we did get that involved the Justice League and Steppenwolf or whoever else, like you see in that first action sequence that happens where Flash really comes in clutch and shows like what he's about
Yeah.
and like where he fits into the mold, right? It's not a him going in and saving everybody and then that's the end of it for him. Like he's going in and saving everybody and then like basically silently buffing everybody else to a certain extent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like I understand. It's Flash is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful fucking character in the DC universe. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So you can't have him go too crazy all the time.
No.
But they made him go crazy whenever it
You save
fucking
it for
with
when
mattered.
you need it.
but see, with his character development, man, it's
Yeah.
all fucking connected, dude. Because of his character development, by the time it gets to that moment, and he's talking to himself, he heals, and he's like, "All right,
Yeah.
Barry, you got to break your rule, man. You got to do it now. Like,
Yeah.
you got to go faster than light, dude. Like, you're so invested with him as with his character that like you feel for it when he's like, damn it, like, cause like you know enough that he's figured out enough shit at this stage in him being the Flash that he's seen some shit and he knows his limits a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, when he said,
And
what did he
when he
say
has
there?
to do it, you're like fucking do it, you know?
He
Yeah.
said, if something happens to me, I was one of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what he says to his dad, yeah, I was one of the
great,
best.
yeah. And it's just like,
That-
So like that
I
was
thought he was gonna
Yeah.
die doing this.
I know,
And I was
right?
like, please don't kill this motherfucker, man.
well, I mean, can we just take a moment and just realize that at one point in the film, Cyborg's trying to connect to Unity.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf's fighting Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
He starts getting the upper
Batman
hand on
is-
him. He's fucking shit up,
Batman
dude.
is fucking shit up in the Batmobile, and all the while, the Flash is hauling ass
Yeah.
around the fucking
I can't
city.
hold it. I can't hold it, he said. I can't.
Yeah.
Like to me, that was almost like a nod to Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Everybody
'Cause
was
in
doing
that,
their thing,
he has
man.
to do some shit like that, and he has to pretty much run himself to death to fucking restore everything.
Dude,
Yeah.
this was the most Batman shit in that movie right here. Now, of course, when he wrecks, I don't know what they call their Justice Jet, but the Jet of Justice, whatever. When they wreck that thing and he starts climbing down, I'm like, oh, is there a Batmobile here? There's got to be a Batmobile, right? Because the Batmobile itself is just as big as Batman as a character.
Yeah.
Gotta have a
right.
Batmobile. He's just a man, you know. He needs the car.
Yeah.
But he's got those things chasing him, and he sees that building falling, and he fucking drives against it, goes away from it, and as it's crashing behind him, it's killing all those things.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's like the most Batman shit ever.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
him-
so
him
impressed
just-
with Batman in
him-
this movie.
Him
Like,
flying into the fucking dome and just busting in
Yeah.
like no fucks
Fucks up.
given. Like he's the goddamn Batman.
and then
you
we see
know?
the whole fight scene where they show up to save him, and he's like, you really are crazy. Because it's like, we have powers.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be okay. You
But
don't.
You're just a dude. Yeah. Yeah. You're just a
You're
fucking
just a
dude,
rich guy
man.
with some really cool gadgets.
Yeah.
But he pulled it off, dude. He was kicking those things ass. Like, everybody
Yeah.
was doing their thing. Batman was fucking people up. And then you see Steppenwolf raise that shit up, and it's like, no, this is gonna ruin everything. And as
Yeah.
soon as it comes down, like, dude, that shot, Superman's not standing there. And as soon as the axe comes down, he's there all of a sudden. And it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And he fucked that dude up.
Yeah. That shit was
Beat
fucking
his
awesome.
ass.
Yeah. Which is what you wanted to fucking see,
Yeah.
man. Like that sequence where Wonder Woman hits him and then fucking
Where they're tag
Aquaman
teaming
hits
him?
him. Yeah, and then he flies into Superman and you
Yeah.
see that fucking that like pressure, you
Mhm.
know, that sonic
Hits
boom
him with that
go off.
boom. That
Yeah, dude.
breaks some
God, that
ribs
was
with that shit.
yeah.
How
And-
fucking badass does Steppenwolf look too? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was
completely
fixing
different,
to
dude.
say. They made Steppenwolf such a bitch in the original version. You know
Completely
what I mean?
different.
Like, yes. And he was showing up. He was killing fucking Themyscirians, Aquans. He didn't give a fuck,
Good
dude.
bad
He was
guy.
on a mission. Yeah. He was on a mission from God. And it did a great job at like actually making him a terrifying villain.
And well, he like has everything to lose here.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't pull this off, he'll never get to, be back in with the group again. Like, he's trying to get the band
Yeah.
back together. You know?
Yeah, right.
So, and then like, dude, when he was fighting them though, and he's just like grunting and shit and getting
Yeah.
pissed, and
Yeah.
well, like the first time you see him in that first battle, he just fucks them up. Like, they didn't
Right.
stand a chance.
No.
That's why he was like, I want the fucking Amazon. I want
Yeah.
her. She's mine.
And yeah. And then Darkseid showing up.
Yeah.
Like the way that they introduced Darkseid, and it's like this is the thing, like this is how they did it. This is how Snyder did it differently than than Feige, right?
Hmm.
Because Feige had multiple movies to build up what Thanos is and how powerful he is and all this kind of stuff. In one film, in 4 hours, he makes Darkseid looks so powerful
Yeah.
because of how badass Steppenwolf is.
Yeah.
And if Steppenwolf's fucking people up,
You
imagine
don't want
what
to fight that other
Darkseid.
dude.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that.
I felt
And
that.
the sequences where it does show Darkseid fucking stuff up, it's just like, dude, you like they went all out. The Omega beams and
When he
everything.
hit
Like it
that,
was fucking
when he hits the ground
yes. Oh
and
my
there's the damn
god.
code.
Yeah.
Oh
The
shit.
anti-life equation.
Yeah.
It's here.
Dude, Griffin, how surprised were you that they dropped that shit in the movie?
Yeah, whenever they started throwing that around loosely, I'm like,
Yeah. They said it 3 times.
yeah, what we doing here, guys? I'm like, this is fucking
Like,
awesome.
yeah, I was sitting there like, don't play with my heart, Snyder.
Yeah, exactly, right. But it made sense, man. It was fucking amazing.
He did it, man.
He did it, man. For sure. And it didn't ever feel like there are any slow parts. Will you actually get Martian Manhunter?
Yeah.
Like that
And
finally
and you
happens?
find out he's been there all along.
Yeah, he was in the Superman movie.
Yeah.
Like he works for what, the Air
Yeah,
Force
he's
or
like, I
whatever?
don't know, maybe Secretary of Defense or Air Force.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah,
there this whole time watching over and just
yeah,
making sure, like, no telling how long he's been there.
yeah. And then him introducing himself to Batman, that sequence was amazing.
Yeah.
I really liked that sequence a lot, dude. Um, I mean, they did no wrong, and this is what I'll say, and you may, Trav, you may disagree with me on this, but I still am not 100% liking. Now, I like it better in this version of the film, but I was still not 100% liking the fact that the League is the one that brings Superman back to life. You know what I mean?
When I realized that that's where it was going, I agree. I was like, man,
At least it was different.
but I will say I enjoyed the long walk to them getting to that point. It
Yeah.
didn't feel rushed and just like, oh, let's bring Superman back. No
Yeah.
big
Why didn't we
deal.
just do that
Like
before?
things just kept like the way Steppenwolf just kept fucking with them and everything. They finally were like, God damn it. And then, it felt like a natural conclusion that they would have been like, God damn it, let's do it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
isn't going to work. I still wish it had been another way around, but like I said, I think all of the added build up to that
Yeah.
made it more tolerable for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish it still would have been something different. I hate that was a Snyder original.
Yeah. I mean, like I was telling Adam before you got on here, I'm like, there's no world other than the Snyderverse that exists where Batman agrees to bring Superman back to
Didn't
life.
have a choice though.
I know.
What were they gonna do?
I know. Like I said, it makes sense, but this is just my comic brain talking to me. You know what I mean? And that's all that is. It's my comic brain and everything that I've read. And I'm like, first of all, if Superman dies, Bruce Wayne is going to build his fucking coffin out of kryptonite. That way, if anything ever tried to bring him back to life, he would be fucking locked in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
those are the Batman extra steps that would be taken in a situation like that.
Yeah, he's got blueprints for it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. But in the, it made sense. Like I said, it makes sense. It was just one of those small little things where I'm like, come on. Like, I still think it would have been better if Steppenwolf or Darkseid, mainly Steppenwolf, would have used the first mother box that he got from uh the Themyscirians or whatever they're called, and used it to bring Superman back to life. Like them dig his body up, he
I can
brings him
see
back to
them
life.
doing it over Batman.
Yeah, and try to use him as a weapon, and that be where like the whole nightmare sequence, like
Yeah.
Batman, like, and then Lois shows up, and like they have to fight. He has to fight the Justice League, and Batman uses his crazy fucking kryptonite gas bomb grenade things and fucks him up a little bit.
I like how they
And it's
put that in there too. It's like, Batman, like he's working together with him, but he's always going to be scared of what he could do
oh yeah,
if
certainly.
something goes wrong. Especially like, and that's already in his head. He's like, if something happens to her, what's he going to do?
Yeah,
How's he going to
exactly.
react?
Yeah.
Probably not going to be good.
Yeah. And then the fight sequence with
Well, if you
Superman was
think
better.
about it, Batman is well aware of that, simply because like he uses Superman's mother to break through to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I still like that moment where like the League faces off Superman and Batman's not there because he's like,
Yeah.
if he sees me, he's gonna fucking rip me to pieces.
He was going to
You know,
kill him.
like
If
yeah,
Lewis
yeah,
didn't come up,
yeah.
Batman was about to fucking. That was cool. It was
I-
he was hitting it with his little gauntlet things.
yeah,
One of them almost melted.
yeah.
I
That
take
shit
it
was
off. It
awesome.
was like, God damn.
Yeah,
Oh, and his mustache didn't look weird. Oh, what
yeah,
mustache? Because he
exactly.
didn't have one.
Yeah, right.
They did a good job at mixing the old footage with the new footage. A
Yeah,
lot of those Bruce Wayne scenes you could tell were reshot with the
yeah,
way he looks now because his hair had a little more gray in it.
yeah.
I think that may have been something that Whedon did where he was like, we don't need the gray. Dye, brown or something. Like, we don't want old Batman.
No, we do want
Yeah,
old
well, I mean,
Batman.
we're at that
Mm,
point in our life, This is
yeah,
Batman.
yeah. And like Batman completes his full arc. You
Yeah.
know, like he faces down. He finally like comes back to the light. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And he's like, "We gotta fucking stop this shit." Fucking Barry Allen was right here, telling me that fucking impending doom was coming. Like
Yeah.
we gotta, you know, make
And
this
it
shit
was the
work
Barry Allen from the other dream.
from the nightmare
Yeah.
sequence.
Same
Yeah,
costume.
yeah. Speaking of nightmare sequence, let's talk about this for. So, like in the epilogue, we get
It's like
we
he couldn't
get
figure out which cutscene he wanted to use. He just
so
used
he
them
used them
all.
all. Yeah. But we get, is it Deadshot? Who the fuck? Deathstroke? Deadshot? It's Deathstroke, right?
Deathstroke, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you see that sequence where Deathstroke shows up to Lex Luthor and gets the information
Yeah. It's Bruce
from
Wayne.
Lex Luthor. Yeah. And then I love that whole how Cyborg puts the recorder back together
Yeah.
and and that kind of follows everything along, like his voice.
Yeah, I think he
I just
has more powers now after dealing with the mother box. I think he has.
like he's
He's
synced with it, you know?
supercharged.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, alien technology.
Little alien tech, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that his dad, him going back and playing that, and he's like, as your father. It's like, all right, we're
Yeah,
about to get that pep talk. And then
yeah,
by the end of that, he's at the grave and he takes the jacket off property at Gotham
yeah,
and fucking flies out, dude. It's like, it's like he was trying to hide his body that whole time,
yeah,
and like he's ashamed of it. He's a monster. It's like, no, dude, you're a fucking hero.
yeah.
You'll never pay for food again. Do you eat food, by the way?
Yeah, right.
Stuff like
Let's
that.
let's get into this a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But then it shows another nightmare sequence. So it's Batman, Cyborg, Flash,
Depp's wife.
Depp's wife,
Can't remember her name.
unfortunately. Yeah.
And I'm like, why is she
Uh,
there?
Amber Heard,
Yeah.
Mira, yeah. And then Joker.
Yeah.
And this
They're all
this
arguing, then he chimes in. And I just kept waiting. I'm like, where's this Joker scene?
yeah,
I would look
right.
at the time that was left. And I was like, we don't have long to do this. And I'm thinking, it's not going to be very long
No.
by the time you go, because it's in the epilogue. Like, it's last 20 or so minutes you're going into
Yeah.
this.
Right.
But it was badass.
And we get some of the best Batman Joker on screen, shit
Dialogue,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
I loved it, dude. And that
So apparently at some point Joker has killed Harley Quinn, and as Harley was dying in Batman's arms, she tells Batman to kill the Joker. And make no mistake, he will fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Right.
She said, make sure he suffers.
Yeah.
Did he say, and what did he say? If I'm not here, who's going to give you a reach around?
Yeah.
I did
was
not
like,
expect
whoa.
that.
No, hell
I was like, this
no.
is definitely a rated R
Yeah.
situation here. We got one fuck and a reach around.
Yeah. I loved it so much though. Like that's a Joker Batman situation that you always want to see on screen.
Yeah.
And you read panels where they have similar conversations, maybe not reach arounds, you know, or anything like that, but they have similar interactions, and it was so nice to see like these, unwilling cohorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they have to stick together because, like, look at the world; it's fucked.
Well, and that
You
was
know?
kind of the thing. Like when we were talking about that before, you like, I think they're working together.
Yeah,
Now we thought they were working together to fight Steppenwolf, but
yeah,
they're working. And when they kept
Well,
saying he'll find us, I'm like, who the fuck are they
well,
hiding
well, we
from?
also get
It's like, oh,
well, we also get that moment too where Joker tells Batman, he asks him, he's like, "How many alternate worlds are you gonna see destroyed before you finally
yeah, when are you
accept
gonna
your
die?
fate and die already?"
yeah,
And
That was
I
supposed to
think
happen in that one.
that was it. That was. I think that was foreshadowing because we've learned later on through some articles that have dropped that this whole saga was going to build up to the big death was going to be
Yeah,
Batman.
I was gonna
He was going
reverse
to
him. He
Iron
pretty
Man
much
out.
laid out the whole plan. Now, he did say that if for some chance, reason he gets to make more, he does have some stuff that wasn't released. You know, he
yeah,
didn't put it all out there. And I'm like, well, that's a pretty
right,
big one.
yeah,
But that was really, that was talked about years ago. That was his plan,
yeah.
which could have changed a little bit by now. But that would be crazy.
I would love it, man.
Superman fucking kill Batman.
I mean,
He'd be
maybe.
like, what about Martha?
Yeah. We bring it back around,
Yeah,
dude. That final fight sequence was incredibly well done.
yeah,
Um, it didn't
Absolutely.
it didn't feel like they did a good job. Snyder did a good job of making the league feel like they can hold their own, even though Superman is as powerful as he is.
yeah.
They did a really good job at that, and that's something that I can like applaud and like hats off to him because, like this is a debate constantly that people always have. It's like, well, why does the Justice League exist whenever you have
Well, they had to
Superman?
hold him off because Superman hit a little traffic on the way. It's like he'll be here in a
Yeah,
minute. He just got back from fucking being dead. Give him a second.
yeah, yeah.
He's itchy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the way that the pacing of the fight, the way everything looked, it was so much better that they filmed it at night. Like that
Yeah.
they kept the dark tone to everything, and um I really liked that. Like the whenever you look at the side by side between the ending fight sequence
Oh
in
yeah.
Whedon's version, it's like they took a dark scene, tried to lighten it up,
Yeah.
and the CGI looked like shit.
Saturation,
Like
dude. Steppenwolf looks like he was done with crayon.
yeah, I
I mean,
know.
really, when you look at the two, it's like I
Yeah,
can't believe they released that.
yeah, right.
That's like the Abyss has better special effects than
Yeah, yeah,
the shade. It was the color and the shade of his skin and
yeah.
the way it looked. It just there was no detail.
No,
And his fucking
it don't.
armor, dude,
I loved
it
it,
would like breathe. Remember that? There was this one point where he like got mad. He did like a huff,
and it
and
broke
his
all those
yeah, and
arrows.
the suit was doing it with him. It was
Yeah,
like, ooh,
it's like it was alive.
yeah,
Fucking craziness.
Now, in that nightmare sequence, that that Flash armor, that crazy fucking headgear he was rocking at the end, like
Yeah,
that shit was badass. Like building up, all the shit, but tying into fucking him eventually going back and trying to warn Bruce Wayne during
yeah.
Batman v Superman.
yeah. Which, and my question is, okay, did he actually travel through time, or did he like step over from one
Well,
reality into another?
Yeah.
here's what I'm wondering. when he did when he went and saved the universe or the world or whatever, when he reversed time and everything, did he create a flashpoint at that point?
Probably.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Where that, like, whenever that mother box blows up, like that's a moment where he can go back and try out something different and go back to that point and do it again.
Right. But nah, man, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it finally got released. We've been waiting so long for this shit to come out, man.
Yeah. And
They
he finally
actually,
gets the credit, man. Like
yeah,
you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
how does, like, metaphorically speaking, the director that took Snyder's place should be took out back and put down for
They're
what he did
working
to
on
this
it.
movie.
He's in trouble.
Yeah.
He treated people like
Um,
shit on the set, so Cyborg
uh,
being one of them. Remember, he said he was a dick.
lost a lot of respect.
Yeah, and I used to have some for him, but after that, it
Yep.
kind of. And remember when he took on the movie, they were like, "Don't worry, he's just gonna finish it." By the way,
And
we're
everyone
gonna
was
push it
excited
back.
because everyone thought that he
Yeah, well,
fucking
remember the way
had
they
it in the
spun it at the
bag.
time? They said his daughter passed away, suicide, and he's gonna leave the film.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
But
what's
he
that
was forced out.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did they do that because of what happened? They're like, look, man, you're in no shape to be like finishing the movie. And I'm over here like,
No.
dude, he would have finished that shit. I mean, that would have kept him
Yeah.
busy. You know, you don't want to sit around and be sad about, like, don't take his damn job away from him. Like,
Yeah. No, here's what I think. All right. And I'm going to get a little soapboxy here, right? But because of all the fucking cocksuckers that complained about Batman v Superman, and then the same cocksuckers were complaining about how Justice League was the studio was seeing dailies. I guarantee you they were seeing dailies.
yeah.
We need to dial it back a little bit. And he's like, no, this is my shit. Like, this is my vision here.
Mhm.
Let me do it. That's what happened in that situation, the way that I see it.
Yeah.
Because guarantee you, if all the people that bitched about Batman v Superman would have remained silent, waited for Justice League to come out,
Yeah.
this would have been released. Now, it would have been a more condensed version of what we actually got.
Yeah.
Because he would have released like a 2.5 hour cut.
Yeah. Without all this happening, we don't get this movie. So kind of glad it happened.
Yeah, kind of glad that it happened.
Yeah.
But because of the people complaining about Batman v Superman and like the whole Martha thing, joking about it, which, it was good fun at the time, because it was one of those things that I never connected the dots on, and a lot of other people didn't. And it's like, oh, that's how fucking Batman, or Superman reaches through to Batman, blah, 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 blah. But like, yeah, I think that he was forced out because of the reception of Batman v Superman, and that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I
Like-
like that he doubled. I like that instead of caving into that kind of pressure, he doubled down with this movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
He even
did.
got it an aspect
down.
ratio that he wanted. They didn't want to do that either.
Yeah,
But it was an agreement, man. Like, if you come back and make it, we'll let you do what you want to do. Now, they did push back on the Green Lantern stuff, but I think that stuff he wanted to add that wasn't in the original lineup.
yeah,
He just wanted to do a little fan service. That's all, a little crow talk.
yeah,
And because I don't know if they have like something they want to do with the Green Lantern. I don't know. They just didn't want it. But he
yeah.
did get into the battle at the beginning. You get that Green Lantern.
Yeah, which was fucking crazy.
Wasn't that cool when you
right?
saw him flying up? It was like, it's Green Lantern.
And then
Well,
Holy
I
shit.
mean, he was openly. I mean, the lanterns were openly
Yeah.
acknowledged in the film.
And then in the dream, when you see the Hall of Justice all fucked up, there's like an old man in the Green Lantern costume laying there,
yeah,
dead.
Oh man, take a
Yeah.
look at my
So while a visually supporting character, he did the best he could with
Yeah.
what he was able to get done.
yeah,
Like
most definitely.
you can pop off like just about every heavy hitting DC character
Yeah,
gets a nod in this movie, and it's insane when you really break down
yeah,
from either just cameos
Yeah.
to downright references and so on.
And I think
Um,
too that this movie came out what 2016, 15, what was it?
2017, I think.
17. Okay, so he's had all this time to be like, I would have changed this to that.
Yeah,
Seeing all these other movies that have come out and seeing like what he could, because look, they're like, can't have Green Lantern. He's like, okay, well, I'm putting the fucking Joker in the scene with Batman. And then how about that? I'm
yeah,
gonna let
it,
Jared Leto actually get to play the Joker
yeah,
since they fucked him too in that other movie,
yeah,
So he got to do his Joker, like, which was pretty
yep,
good.
yeah. Very respectable.
Yeah,
Um,
hard shoes to fill.
it's like you were saying, Trav. It's crazy, like them, like basically soft introducing the Atom without
mhm,
actually
The
having
Asian
him.
guy, yeah,
Yes.
mhm.
Whenever that's
yeah.
going on, I'm like, no
Like, oh
fucking
shit.
way, dude. Like, look what they're setting up here, Like,
Like it's definitely a good linchpin movie.
There's
You
already
know, like
hashtags out there, man, and people making the rounds. Hashtag restore Snyderverse.
yeah, and that's something that I was going to touch on here, real quick. So, this is we're going to incorporate some of the movie news into the movie thing here, but WB says
can I
no.
can I before we dive into it, because I know there's several articles we're going to cover. One other thing that I was kind of like was I wish and this is such a nitpick, man. But I wish that whenever Martian Manhunter introduces himself to Bruce Wayne, instead of him being like, "They call me the Martian Manhunter," I wish it would have been like, "They call me John." My name, or
Yeah,
like, "My name is John
right.
Jones."
Well,
Like,
here,
went the full deep cut. But I get it. Like,
yeah. Well, I feel like if they would have, this is the thing. Most people know John Stewart, right?
hmm
Okay. If he says my name is John, he's green. You know what I'm like? I
yeah,
think that would have like to just your average like kind of knowing some comic book shit people, they'd have been like, dude, Green Lantern shows up at the end, and you're like, no,
Mm-mm.
that was the Martian Manhunter, dude. No, I said his name was John. Yeah, but that's the Martian Manhunter's name too.
Yeah.
Like, you
Turns
know how many
out more than
John?
one person can have that name.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's why I think they went that route. I think that Snyder probably considered that, but he's like, I don't want to confuse people too bad. You know?
And there's going to be a lot of
hmm
people that if he didn't say that, they wouldn't even know who the fuck it is. They're like, who's this guy? Well,
Yeah.
like when you
Who's the
see him come out of her apartment.
yeah.
which was fucking cool
See?
that they did that. That was the way they introduced him. Like
Yeah.
they just had him shape
Well,
shift
he's
and then
still out
back
there
into the
working.
general.
And the reason and now, if I was him, I probably would have waited until I got downstairs to do that. But
Yeah.
he just stepped outside of her apartment, just changed back.
Yeah.
But
Our neighbor walks up.
by
Who the
him
fuck are
going
you?
there and talking to her, and because she had already stopped going to the like memorial thing, she
Yeah.
had stopped going there. It made her go again.
Yeah.
She was bringing the cops some coffee, and he's like, "I didn't think I'd see you again." She's like, "Well, just this one time, And
Yeah.
that just so happens to be the day that Superman's there about to fuck everybody up.
Destroy the
Good on
fucking
him
world.
for telling. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like he
And
knew it was happening.
can we really just talk about how Josh Whedon made the resurrection?
Fastest motherfucker in the world.
And Superman fucking
Cuts his
them
eyes,
eyes. Oh
and they
my
just
god.
cut. Like, he's standing there still with his
Yeah.
arms out, about to fuck on them. And his eyes start moving with the flash, and it's like, and the flash like holds his mouth open, like, oh shit, dude. That just
What
lets you
the
know
fuck?
how badass
Yeah.
this motherfucker's watching me.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
I do like that subtle dropping that they did, speaking of Green Lantern for a second, where he's like, there are no Kryptonians here, no lanterns. And it's like, it just shows you what a force to be reckoned with that the Green Lantern Corps really is.
Yeah.
Whenever they're like, all right, we got like one Kryptonian, maybe a handful of them left, but we got the whole motherfucking Green Lantern Corps. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to fuck with them
Now,
at all.
so let me throw this out there and see if y'all might have felt or interpreted it the same way. So the sequence where Superman's resurrected, he goes back to the fortress and he gets the black suit.
Mm-hmm.
The scene building up to that where you hear him walking down the hallway, it's revealing the suits, and you're hearing Kent and Elf, fucking both
Yeah.
fathers,
Yeah.
like telling him
It's time to be
hopping him
Superman.
up and everything. I felt like that whole scene visually represented like Superman coming to the like that's from that point on, that's
I'm
the
fucking
Superman everybody
bitch.
was wanting.
Yeah.
Like that was the culmination of
Like,
Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman's. You know, the version of Superman people have been bitching about, but not understanding that it was, that was part of
character
his journey
building.
to becoming
Yeah.
the fucking Superman you thought you were gonna get
Yeah.
from movie
You have
one.
to die and come back. You know?
Yeah.
You got to go through some shit.
Well, in that conversation that he has with, was it Lois or Lois and his mother?
Right before the mom got there.
Where he was like, I'm gonna make it count this time.
Yeah.
Like that whole sequence was so fucking good, man.
Yeah, dude.
Because like him
Mhm.
basically saying like, look, man, I didn't fuck up, but I could have been a better person, and I could have done what I was put
I'm going
here
to do
to
it right this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck shit up. I'm saving the day.
Yeah.
That whole
I
scene
mean,
and many scenes in the movie had a different tone, beat,
yes.
feeling. Because
Yes.
in the Whedon version, she's like, he's like itchy. It's all like funny and shit.
Yeah.
And then like even when Barry meets Batman, that whole uh conversation is different.
Yeah.
The beat and everything, the words are moved around. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a way better tone. And that was like, Then the mom shows up
And
and he's like, I gotta do it. I gotta go. He brought me back. This is what he said. He brought me back for a reason. Because
Yeah.
even he knows.
Yeah. All right. But
what was so one of the biggest changes for the fucking better was getting Danny Elfman scores the fuck out of this goddamn movie. The fucking soundtrack, the score to this movie was perfect.
Yeah, it was good, man. Really good, and it's up on Spotify now. I saw him tweet it out the other day. He was really excited. He's like, I finally got my score. Because I guess even he didn't want the Danny Elfman in the. Nothing on Elfman though. I mean, I like him. It's just
Absolutely, it just didn't belong
no.
in this
No.
movie.
And it was
Like
that was the thing with the
the
tone, man. The beat.
all of the fucking motifs that have been introduced for better or for worse in movies prior,
The whole time you're
getting rid
watching.
of all that just made it so jarring. Like just suddenly hearing the '89 Elfman Batman music over Ben Affleck Batman,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or uh, John Williams Superman theme over
The whole time you're watching it,
Hans
man.
Zimmer fucking Superman.
The whole time you're watching the Justice League, the weed cut. I mean, what do we call it now? I think we just forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a shit, the shit cut, whatever. But the whole time you're watching that, you're like J.K. Simmons from Whiplash. So you're like, just take my tempo,
Yeah.
And this
JK,
movie
dude.
right here was the end of Whiplash when he comes out and they do the song together.
Oh yeah, right.
That's my tempo.
It's my fucking tempo, dude.
I mean,
This was Caravan.
I get it that some things will forever have their weird followings and stuff. But how anyone will ever back and how there were and I'm sure there will be there'll be a small group of people
hardcore Whedon
that think
fans.
that Whedon cut is good.
Well, there'll probably be people that are like hardcore fans, like watched all of his other shows. Like they're still waiting for Firefly to come back. Like
Yeah.
Like
he'll
I'm
have
gonna
those people.
like knowing that there's also gonna be a Blu-ray release of
Yeah,
the good
around
version
like May.
of Justice League. Knowing that though, I am gonna buy a cheap $5 copy of the Whedon cut
Yeah, to
for the
have them
sole
both.
purpose of like,
Yeah,
like long from now, it'll be like, dude,
I got the Whedon cut and the Snyder
they
cut.
they butchered this fucking movie one time. Want to see?
Yeah,
Like,
Have you got 6 hours to spend? We're doing
and it's
it.
like, don't worry, we can watch this one and then watch the other one, and you'll still be surprised. You think you'd know the movie,
Yeah,
this one's a
but
right.
PG.
no.
This one's a PG-13 comedy and runs at half the
Yeah,
runtime.
it is a comedy. That's for sure. It's a laugh.
See, I got it off. All right. So WB says no DCEU Snyderverse future plans after Justice League. So this is Sarnoff. Warner Brothers exec Ann Sarnoff says there are no plans to continue the Snyderverse after Zack Snyder's Justice League premiere on HBO. So she comes down here and says, I appreciate that they love Zack's work and we are very thankful for his many contributions to DC. We're just so happy that he could bring his cut of the Justice League to life because that wasn't in the plan until about a year ago. With that comes the completion of his trilogy. We're very happy we've done this, but we're very excited about the plans we have for all the multi-dimensional DC characters that are being developed right now. So basically, she's saying like, yeah, we threw him a bone, but he can pretty much just go fuck himself at this point. You know,
Has she seen the numbers yet?
has anybody seen
Well,
him?
they haven't released. I'm sure the people at HBO know. Um, the last time HBO app crashed was the season finale of Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
and it didn't crash very long. It was only in certain places. This was huge crashes, dude, like worldwide. They were having problems in countries we didn't even know we had, dude. And they're like, fix the fucking HBO shit. They're trying to watch the movie. Like the numbers are gonna be so ridiculous. Look, man, if they plan on making any more Justice League shit, if they pick somebody else and not him, I'm done with them. You know,
yeah,
you
right.
let this guy. He earned it.
Well, at least let him finish his
Yeah,
story.
Yes, at least give him that
yeah,
much.
because
Let
he
him
set it
tell the
up.
story.
I think that's why
Yeah.
he put all that shit in that epilogue, dude. He was like, watch this shit. These motherfuckers
Yeah.
are gonna be like, please, yeah, dude.
He's sitting there.
I
Smoking
swear
a
to God,
spliff
I know what that
in the
article
editing room, and
says.
he's like, he's sitting there talking to somebody, and he's like, they just got done sitting in that fucking booth watching the 4 hour cut, and then he did exactly what you said, Adam. He goes, look at this shit,
Yeah,
and he pulls up a folder and hits it. He goes, I'm putting all this at the end.
it's a 3 gig fucking. It says like a little flash drive called epilogue
Yeah.
right here. I'm
It-
putting all
it's
the
on a terabyte
cutscenes
hard
in.
drive. It's on a terabyte hard drive, sticky taped with what could have been written on it.
Yeah. I did see though, man. I was watching maybe heavy spoilers or something, and he had. Now this was yesterday, so I don't know when that article came out. This was like yesterday when he was talking about it, and Snyder said maybe on a Zoom interview or something, he did mention because they asked him, everybody's asking him,
Yeah.
could it be made? And he's like, with the with fan support. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, look what. Like I'm sitting here talking to you right now. I never thought that would happen. I mean,
Yeah.
so if the fans want it, I think HBO Max with Warner Brothers, they'll push. I mean, dude, they need something.
Yeah.
But they
Right.
lock that
Well,
app down. It's like only this is on here.
yeah. Well, right here it says that Down Detector saw a huge spike in reported issues with HBO Max right around the time Zack Snyder's Justice League debuted. Not surprisingly, the spike on Down Detector lines up with the release time. It seems quite a few fans in the US decided to stay up into the wee hours of the morning to watch Snyder's 4 hour superhero epic. Most reports seem to be related to the stream, not that the app itself was crashing. HBO subs in Asia were said to be having issues. The HBO Go Asia account revealed that users were having issues streaming the Snyder Cut as well. The issues were blamed on a huge surge in traffic due to the movie's release.
Yeah.
This is what they said. HBO Go is experiencing an unprecedented surge in traffic. We are working on a solution. To the legion of fans who are trying to watch, we are truly sorry to have let you down at this exciting time. We appreciate your patience. So, I
And
mean,
that doesn't
they're
just
saying,
happen.
well, they're saying that it went down even in the
Yeah.
US. Like people,
Hours, dude.
so
They said it
right
finally
there.
lightened up like 7
So
o'clock at night. It was,
so Thursday, when I watched it, um, I started at about 2:30 ish.
yeah.
Um, went fine all 4 hours except maybe the last 30 minutes, which was late in the evening, and people probably were getting off work and sitting down and trying to start
Yeah.
watching it.
And then everybody getting online.
And I got some buffer issues.
Yeah.
So
I would imagine around that time there's a lot of people watching. I remember looking that night. It's like, when does it drop? I'm on Discord with Trav. We're talking, and I'm like, Trav, it drops at 3:15 a.m.
yeah.
And he was like, "You gonna stay up and watch it?" I was like, "Oh, I can't, man. That's whoa." When the sun comes up, you'll be like, "I fucked up." Like,
Yeah, right.
but there's a people on there watching. They said that it was traffic was for a long time. It was messed up too. Like,
Yeah.
it lasted a while. That's because you got these people they're on there watching this 4-hour movie, and everybody's trying to access it. It's like that's crazy.
Yeah.
They had to expand their server. Really, they're probably like, look, just some of the people need to get offline. Like,
right.
get off
some
the
of you
app.
just fuck off for a little
Come back
while.
and watch it later.
Yeah. But
That's
I
awesome.
mean that's great though. My question is, do you think that they will come out and give us an accurate, like as consumers, as individuals, do you think that they'll come out and give us an accurate number?
Well, the guy, one of the heads that I was talking about earlier, he said doing the Snyder Cut was like a cul-de-sac. Like there's nothing because you can't go anywhere with it. He's like, we're just gonna do that and that's it. I mean, you got that guy there, so he's not gonna want those numbers to be like, whoa, you're wrong. Wait a minute, you're fired. What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
You fucked this up. You know those people that are responsible for what happened.
Yeah.
They don't want those numbers to be good.
No, not at all.
Then
But
how do they even figure? And then here's the thing, dude. Everybody's got an account. They know how many times that video's played,
yeah,
and they
for
won't
sure.
give you those numbers. They'll give you like a rough. It
Yeah.
was between here and here. It's like, dude, you know exactly how many.
Yeah.
You got a counter on that bitch.
I would like to see how many new accounts for HBO
created.
Max was created, because I created an account for HBO Max.
Probably millions.
I mean, and that's $15 a month for one spike. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Well,
they
and
would be
look,
stupid.
that's you know how people are like, well, if it doesn't go to the theater, dude, they don't make $15 a ticket in the theaters. By going to
No.
the streaming service, they're making more money.
Yeah.
For sure. Every home, dude, it's just like what we were talking about before. It's like, yeah, just charge me a few bucks. Let me watch it.
Yeah.
It's here.
I mean,
Full blown.
realistically, how many people are going to the movie theater? In order to go to the movie theater and spend $15 on a ticket, you would have to go, what, 1.5 times, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Because tickets are what, between $10 and $12?
You get food too, and they get all the concession money.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's two people, you might spend $20.
Yeah. So,
25.
but is that happening once a month?
Well, see, that's the thing, though. They got the drop on that. Like, you know, you'll have people that'll stick around and use the app, or they may leave. It's like, I saw what I wanted to see. Oh, wait, Kong versus Godzilla's dropping?
Yeah.
Isn't that on the same app?
It is.
And it's like in a few days, you know? So they're
Yeah.
going to watch that. And it's like, man, I paid $15. I got both of these movies.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. But, like with the theater, you're right. With the streaming, you're more likely to do that. Like when you went the movie, like you go once a week, you might go in a month. Might be
Yeah.
6 months before you go.
Yeah.
You're not watching every movie in the theater.
No.
You know, this would have been good to see in the theater. I will say that.
Right.
Would have been nice to see, but you know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit on a couple of other DC centric topics here. One of them is about Green Lantern, John Stewart, and this is we've already hinted on this, but this is what says Snyder almost quit Justice League when forced to cut Green Lantern, John Stewart. And this is what he had to say about it. The last scene with Martian Manhunter originally I had shot in England, and the dialogue was very similar, but it was supposed to be one of the lanterns. And then the studio had told me I wasn't allowed to shoot anything. That there would be no film made of any kind. During production, that was a thing they insisted on. And I shot stuff anyway, of course, in my yard. And one of the things I shot was the Green Lantern scene. And they asked me when they saw the movie and saw that put it in there, they'd take it out. Um, then he said, I said I would quit if they tried to take the Green Lantern scene out. And I felt bad. The truth is, I didn't want the fans to
Yeah.
not have a movie just based on that one stand that I was going to take. And the Green Lantern was John Stewart. And that was part of it too. I was like, I don't want to take a person of color out of this movie. I'm not going to do it. And, but then, but,
Nosebleed.
and, but then, but I felt like having Harry Lennox's Martian Manhunter at the end was okay.
Yeah.
The way this guy talks, like what the fuck?
You know,
So, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say they don't want him putting stuff, and like what they said, there'll be none of this. This movie will not be made. They just don't want him to put it out there because if you put it out there,
They
then
have
the
to make
people are
it.
gonna be like, hey, what about that Green Lantern shit?
Yeah,
When's that happening? It's like, oh no, that was just a scene.
yeah,
Like, no, we want a movie. It's time. It's been too
yeah.
long. You need to do something with that property. You're just leaving it, you know.
It's stagnant,
Yeah,
you know.
and it wasn't fucking
Uh,
Ryan Reynolds' fault.
yeah. Well, and I saw an article. I didn't put it in here, but he said that he would have considered putting that version of Hal Jordan in it,
Yeah,
the Ryan Reynolds version, which would have been okay.
they just didn't want it in there.
Yeah,
They're like, we're not making a movie. Don't put it in there. You
yeah,
got too much power. He's like the Trump of, you know,
yeah.
the fans just rally. They show up at Warner Brother, storm the
Yeah.
damn, you know,
Storm the
headquarters.
fucking WP. Yeah. Let's knock that fucking water tower down, you know?
Yeah, you see pictures from it's like pictures from Warner Brother headquarters today, and it's that guy with that headdress on and that flag. It's got it says Snyder Cut hashtag.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god,
That would be
gone
fucking
too far. This
incredible,
dude's
though.
dressed like Thor.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um, so we have another little tidbit from Ann Sarnoff. So this article's DC movies and TV shows will be more interconnected moving into the future. And I'll tell you why I'm bringing this up here in just a second, but I'm going to give you her quote. We have weekly meetings with our key execs in every division. Last August, I was made head of studios and network, and I now have all of the creative groups underneath me. So now around that table, it's not just Warner Brothers Film, Warner Brothers Television, and Warner Brothers Games, but it includes HBO and HBO Max and the Turner networks, Adult Swim, and the Kids and Family networks. We are involving all of those people in our plans going forward, and that means the media is going to be more connected, sometimes in subtle ways and sometimes in more overt ways. Like opposite the Suicide Squad, we're spinning out Peacemaker with James Gunn and John Cena, passionately developing that for HBO Max. It's my job to make sure we super serve our fans across all demos and all fan bases. So the reason that I
yeah,
bring this up is how long ago was it where they came out and they're like, "Fuck the connected DC universe."
Like
We're
yeah,
not like immediately after this movie's original release.
yeah. Well, they
exactly,
just didn't want anything to do with it because their reviews were so bad.
yeah. So now,
Oh yeah,
which she's
The
recently
black
been,
pedal.
yeah, she's recently been promoted into the position that she's in, and now she's going to say, "All right," which I mean, all right. It makes sense. Like what they've been doing with the DC animated features has been incredible,
yeah,
right? They're, in my opinion, There's no reason that these animated features should be connected to any live action. Like if you want to make an animated connected universe, then that's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But they should keep those things separate. But my
Well,
thing, go ahead.
but the jar's already been opened, man, or the genie's already been let out of the lamp. Whatever, insert your metaphor there,
Genie in a bottle,
because
baby.
because the franchise of all franchises proved that that can work, and that's Star Wars, because they transition animated characters over into their live action shit.
Yeah. And that makes 100% sense. And I didn't really think about that. So it does make sense. But if they're going to do something like that, then they're going to have to develop like a Justice League or a series, a cartoon series, whether it's on Cartoon Network or HBO Max or whatever it's released on, that follows. It's basically going to would be doing what Marvel's doing over at Disney Plus with WandaVision and
Yeah,
Falcon Winter Soldier.
that's what
It
they
would
Well,
want
just
to
I
be
do.
also think, well, I also think what she's meaning in subtle and not so subtle ways too. I feel like that's a nod to the fact that some of the shows are going to reflect tone and atmosphere of the feature length films.
yeah,
Yeah,
One thing that comes to mind immediately is that Tyler Hoechlin's iteration of Superman on the CW.
yeah,
that trailer does look really
His
good.
the Superman and Lois show. His portrayal of Superman, or at least visually, takes a lot of Zack Snyder cues
Yeah,
now. Like when he's flying, he's breaking the sound barrier. When he's, he ain't afraid to light up some laser vision, shit like that.
okay, okay.
I watched the pilot. It is really good.
I may check into that because that would be
it
very
does look
I
interesting.
got
cool.
more Superman out of
Yeah,
it than I thought I was gonna get. I thought it was just gonna be a Clark Kent story,
yeah, and we gotta
Right.
say, man, it's on that CW app. You just download that and it's free.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't you
Okay,
that's
watch
how
it on
I
the
was
travel?
able
There's
to.
commercials,
That's
but
how
it's
I found
free.
it.
that's fine
Yeah,
with
it's
me.
just like turning. It's just like turning the CW on your television, man. Like
That's cool.
so. Yeah, but I see. I didn't know that was a thing. Like I
Yeah,
thought CW was bundled in with some other streaming service, but
yeah,
apparently it's a freebie if you get like the ad one or whatever. But it served its purpose, and you can. And I know it's got most of the Arrowverse on there now.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Um,
Uh,
so do you think her in the studio itself going back on saying we're not going to connect any of this shit. It's just going to be standalone stories,
Hmm.
and you might be lucky if you ever get another Justice League movie.
Yeah,
Do you think a lot of that is contributed to Snyder
her
and what he was able
backpedaling,
to do?
poss-
and
Yes,
now they're saying everything's gonna be connected.
yes,
I think it's got a lot to do with that and what
well,
Marvel has done. They've looked
well,
at the
I think
Marvel template and been like, that works. That's the key. Is
Well, what Snyder was able to do on the fast track was kind of what Marvel did, and that's do character development.
yeah,
Give
yeah,
each person a movie, let them have a good 2 hours of story of just this motherfucker, and then we do our team ups. Well, Snyder did that in a different way.
yeah,
yeah,
He took it. He utilized the supporting character aspect of a script and like revved that shit up to 1,000.
yeah,
but I'm talking about doing that and working in the shows with another thing here, the streaming service.
yeah,
So they're putting their movies on there now. They're putting the shows on there. The shows last several weeks.
yeah,
That's more, because it's all
And
about money at the end of the day.
well, my thing too is that like because of that, I think Snyder Cut proved that having character development for these DC properties has a payoff
yeah.
Oh yeah, that
in
those
a in
two
a big
movies were
in a
great.
really big way, because everyone in Justice League got a moment to shine.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Like, if you were a fan of a specific hero that's
everybody
on
had their
this
moment.
version, they had a moment where you got to have a fuck yeah moment for them. the best fuck yeah moment for me with Wonder Woman is when Superman uppercuts Steppenwolf into that boom tube and Wonder Woman slices that fucking head right off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she does that shit, I was straight up like, yes, cut his
Yeah.
fucking head off. I
Yes,
went full
bitch.
Rob Schneider, man, watching that shit. Like that's how you send a villain fucking packing, dude.
Yeah, for real. Fuck Steppenwolf. You know what I mean? Like, bitch. Last thing I wanted.
Mother box this, you fucking horny bastard.
Last thing I wanted to touch on real quick because I know this is a popular topic right now.
Pop topic.
Suicide Squad Ayer cut isn't happening.
Oh.
Director asks, the director asked Warner Media why. So it says the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad is a no-go at Warner Brothers, and director David Ayer appears to be pretty disappointed. Last week saw the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, aka the Snyder Cut, on HBO Max. This was the result of a popular fan campaign. Blah blah blah. When Warner Brothers had announced they were bringing back the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder to finish the Snyder Cut, a similar fan campaign launched on social media to hashtag release the Ayer cut. As with Justice League, the idea is that Suicide Squad would have been a better movie if Ayer's original vision for the project had been reached before studio meddling brought about many major changes. This was something Ayer himself has suggested that he'd be open if given the chance. Unfortunately for David Ayer fans, it's now confirmed that the Ayer cut won't be happening after all. Speaking about what's next for the company, Warner Media Studio CEO Anna Sarnoff addressed the success of Zack Snyder's Justice League. When directly asked if David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad was next, Sarnoff ripped off the band aid by getting straight to the point. We won't be developing David Ayer's cut. So the more I hear about this chick, I want to basically tell her to go fuck herself.
Yeah, who the fuck does she think she is? The fan. Now look, they said they were gonna wait. In that article, it said we always want to listen to our fans and we want to do, good by our fan base. And now she's like, no, that's not coming out.
Yeah.
I thought, well, the fans are asking for it.
Yeah.
You already have the footage.
Yeah.
Like the movie was completely shot.
Well, and
they just fucked the edit.
This is what Ayer had to say. My cut would be easy to complete. It would be incredibly cathartic for me. It's exhausting getting your ass kicked for a film that got the Edward Scissorhands treatment.
Oh.
The film I made has never been seen.
And I
Give the
believe
man
him.
his fucking movie. Yeah, for real, right?
After seeing this movie, because you're like, how much different could it be?
Yeah.
This is a completely different movie.
What we now know was actually the worst thing to happen, but whenever the tone changed from Ayer's vision, when they had the trailer and everything, and while we all fucking fell for it, we fell for the Queen song. You know,
the trailer was cool. I didn't want the fucking whole movie to be the Queen song. I mean,
yeah, but we know that because of that, that was around the time that's when that was going down.
Because the trailer was so popular.
Of the movie. Yeah.
Damn, that Queen track fucked that movie. Like,
I know.
That trailer was better than the movie, though.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
So, unfortunately, maybe.
They still have the footage.
Yeah. Maybe eventually we'll get that. Or maybe because Suicide Squad probably came out in, 2015 at this point?
Something like that.
If Justice League came out in 2017, it would have been close to 2015, 2016 when Suicide Squad came out. So maybe 10 years they'll let him make his director's cut, his Snyder cut, you know what I mean?
2016.
26. So I mean it's been 5 years, so maybe in another 5 years we'll actually get it. Who fuck knows?
Yeah, we need more time.
Yeah.
And we need to see these goddamn numbers. I want to know.
Right? Yeah. So, but anyway, that's all I got to say about Justice League. I loved it. I thought it was incredible. As soon as it went off, after watching all 4 hours of
Were you pumped?
I I wanted to cut it right back on
Yeah.
and rewatch it.
I want to. I
Now,
can't wait to see the black and white version of the gray version.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
the Justice is Gray edition, which I don't know if you read it. I was telling Adam the other night, Griffin. This other black and white version is going to have one more additional Joker sequence in it.
Fucking right.
Mm.
So hey,
There
I'm
was
down.
there was an extra bit that he cut, and I think the interview said that Snyder said he did it specifically for this because the whole thing behind this is the Justice is Gray edition. I believe is it's got a charity, some charity work going into it.
Right. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
I love. Yeah, I love
If
Black and
the
White.
possibility that the Snyderverse is done, I'll take any 2 to 3 minute clip I can get from this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen again, guys. There's no way after the movie that I watched. There's no way they can't let this guy like make more shit. Like that's just
Yeah.
they have to.
Y'all want to take bets?
Sure. I just
What?
think they'll let him do it. I mean, it's why not?
Yeah.
I mean, what else
Same.
they gonna do? You know?
I don't know.
Oh, we do have the
Army
Batman movie
Fred?
coming out, so they are trying to get away from, that set of characters. But it'd be badass to see that other story,
Yeah, and
like
and they could both
completely
exist.
different. Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So
When you go to the store to buy comics, dude, you can buy 2 or 3 Batman comics. They're all completely different.
yeah, so
Like that doesn't. I think before they were like that's gonna bother people. And it's like no, not as much as you think.
no. Well, and my thing too is like make Snyder stuff exclusive. If they were to continue it and let him, because he would get 2 more films. He would get his original vision was Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League, Man of Steel 2, Justice League 2. That was it.
I think he'll get
He
the
was-
Justice League too. I don't know about the Superman movie. That might be pushing it.
We'll see.
It'll all be included in Justice League 2.
I think with the knowledge he has now, the reception, the way things stand as of today, I think that if they could give him another 4 to 6 hours to film,
Yeah, another one.
he could go in there and wrap the story.
He could
up.
finish it.
I
Yeah.
think he could. I think that is plenty of time for him to have the proper character development, the proper story development, plot movement.
Yeah, he's probably already got the
that
script for it
He
too.
could finish. He could finish the story. He could finish the story
Yeah.
and just have it as Zack Snyder's Justice League season
it.
2, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that'd be that.
I don't know that. I don't know. Yeah, like a Superman movie. Like anything that would be in
because you
that
gotta
will just be included. They'll put it all in. Kind of like
Because,
they did in this. They just
and think about it.
piled it all on.
We have the nightmare sequence. Which doesn't even have the core Justice League, albeit 1 to 2. No, the only 3 people from Justice League 1 that was in Nightmare was Batman, Cyborg, and Flash. Everyone else is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So getting those characters back for their return sequence and final fighting moment,
Yeah.
it could be done in a way to where they could do minimal filming and still get the movie done.
Oh, these people would come back.
Yeah,
with no
dude.
questions asked.
They came back for this.
Yeah, I mean Henry Cavill has come out and said multiple times like he's done playing Superman unless Snyder's involved.
I
So,
believe that. Remember when what's his name? Ben Affleck said he was done playing Batman. Well,
Yeah.
look who played Batman again.
Yeah.
And
And I
fucking
guarantee
killed it.
you, yeah, he would come back if Snyder
Yes.
called him and he was like, "We're gonna finish."
You
the
remember
story."
that epilogue?
Yeah.
Yeah, break out your fucking long coat.
Yeah, get that.
We're going to
fucking
the
leather
desert.
vest, girl. Yeah. Jared Leto's gonna be there. He's gonna bring his
Yeah.
Colt with him. It's like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
That's what I was thinking. We're gonna reach around.
All of them.
Yeah.
I hate to step away, guys, real quick, but I got a situation with my dogs outside.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
They're
Well, I'm
fucking
gonna go ahead
hyped for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, they are.
You gonna rate it? You said?
Yeah. I'm giving it a full fucking Superman logo.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a dented batarang. Nah,
a dented
yeah,
batarang,
it's the
right?
one that
Yeah.
that dude kept. He's like, "Can I keep this?"
Yeah. It's like, you're the Batman.
No, full star, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
when
full
it
star
went
for
off,
sure.
I was like, like when you watch a good movie and you're like excited when it goes off.
Yeah.
It's like this adrenaline rush or something where you're like, "Holy shit! I wish we did the podcast today.
I know, right?
We would still be on part 3." If we
Yeah.
watched it today, like we'd be talking about it, be like, and then this happened, and then they went around the thing and did the thing,
Yeah.
play by play.
Much longer for certain, right?
I will tell people though, I will always recommend that you watch Superman, Batman versus Superman, with this movie, because that shit kind of matters. You know,
Yeah.
you see them build up as characters, and
Yeah.
it just flows with it, man. We should
Yep.
what we should do is take all of that, the Superman movie, then it goes into Batman versus Superman, and it goes into this, and just cut that together as one movie, one just long ass movie.
I would fucking watch it though,
Yeah, and
dude.
what you could do is like you don't fuck with any of the scenes. You just make sure that the transitions are there to
Yeah.
go into the next. Like you're not rolling the credits after Superman. You're going
Yeah.
right into the next movie.
Right.
A full star.
So yeah. So while we're waiting on Trav to get back to rate it, you want to go ahead and talk about Falcon Winter Soldier real quick?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah. So it's week 1 of Falcon Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
guys, and we first of all, this opening sequence with Falcon
Oh man.
was so they made fucking squirrel suits so badass.
Yeah, dude. When he put those wings up as a shield,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want that on Rogue Company. You know?
Dude, how badass would
Yeah.
that shit be?
He kicks
Flying
ass in this scene, dude.
Yeah, he
Got that little
does.
drone.
Yeah, that thing's fucking cool as fuck, right? I love. All right, so never was a huge fan of Falcon. Never was a huge
Nah,
fan
dude.
of Winter Soldier. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I enjoyed when they were,
Yeah.
around.
They're kind
but
of
I
like
never,
side characters. Like,
yeah. But I never was, like, oh, I want to watch this, like,
yeah.
or I want to read this until
Yeah.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'll
like,
go ahead and
okay.
say this: long-haired Winter Soldier with that fucking Sub-Zero mask on.
Yeah.
We need more of that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Oh, he's
I
coming
love
back.
that. Yeah,
He's trying to
but
make everything right.
yeah, he's going to a therapist. He's got problems.
And
He
like,
was
man, when I finally realized that, because like they tell you what he's doing, and then all of a sudden he's taking this guy out, and when he mentioned his son, I was like, no,
yeah,
you want to tell him, but you can't, because dude, he's like, man, it's gonna fuck I think he's gonna tell him at some point it's gonna be okay. Like the
I
guy's
think
gonna be
yeah.
happy. He's gonna be like, look, man, I was doing a job, and like they said, he really was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Really.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Y'all talking Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah, you a
Yeah.
star on Batman, Justice
Oh.
League. I gave it a dented batarang. Nah.
Justice League doesn't get a star.
It doesn't
Justice League gets a
the coveted
it
golden
gets
rim?
it gets a coveted golden reel, dude. I think it deserves
It
it.
does.
I agree.
All of our stars combined. And it's a golden reel. It's got like a little outline of on the spool for the reel. It's a star.
We were big pushers for this, alongside many other people. I think we all can agree that it at least met our expectations, if not exceeded them.
Oh yeah.
And I think it deserves it.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. If we don't get the rest of Zack Snyder's vision, like if we don't get the end of the story with Darkseid and everything, everybody that bitched about Batman v Superman, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for bitching so that we don't get all this badass shit. The only person
what?
The only person that these people can blame is themselves,
Yeah.
and they should have like kept their fucking mouth shut and saw where the shit went. But they wanted to hop on this fucking hate train as quickly as humanly possible. So, like you said, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have got the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been anything close to this. So
No.
it's a blessing in disguise. But you're the reason that we might not get it
Yeah. It
finished.
was gonna be all of this and a bag of chips before, and everybody
Yeah.
fucked that up.
Well,
They
because as great as this movie was, its release kind of took a ball to a glass store.
Mm-hmm.
bull in China shop, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never heard that before. Like a stone in a glass house?
Sure.
I will say, guys, they mentioned that he was
Here's my
gonna
thing.
work with another
Y'all
guy.
got my point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was gonna work with another guy to like do the rest of it in comic books.
Yeah.
So they released like comic books for the rest of it, and you could see it all. But for some reason, that's been halted. And I think it's because it's like, well, let's wait a second now. We don't want to blow our load too fast.
Yeah,
I
right.
got the other one made, didn't I? Like, so there's a reason why that's been pushed back. I think.
Yeah.
We'll hold off on that. If it's really no, then we'll do it. But we'll see what the numbers look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talking about Winter Soldier. Here's what I said to myself when it went off, guys. I was like, I like where this is going. I like how they've set it up.
Yes.
This episode was great for
Yes.
that.
For sure.
Set everything up.
I kind of hope that we get a little bit more of some of the fucked up stuff that
Bucky?
yeah,
I
that
think we're
Winter
gonna see
Soldier
some
did.
flashbacks.
Yeah. Which is great. Like it's great that we got that. The action sequence, like I was saying before, Trav, how good was that opening action sequence with Falcon?
Oh, I'm doing the cliche Italian
Mhm.
hand gesture, dude.
Mwah,
Yeah.
mwah.
Delicioso.
I think this is gonna be great because with Winter Soldier, they'll be able to go in and fill in more stuff that they left out in Cap 2, you know?
Yeah.
Because even though Cap 2 is still one of the best standalone movies in the fucking pantheon of movies now,
Yeah.
That's what Griffin was saying.
they really, you know, they had to condense a lot down for a 2 hour movie, you know?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be cool for them to explore more of Bucky for sure.
And I like the
Yeah.
characters, man. And dude, Anthony Mackie, like, he's great.
He's too lovable.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like he can carry the scene with
Yes. And
anyone.
yeah. He makes me think that if I met him in real
He'd be
life, he
really
would
friendly.
be the most he
Yeah.
would be the most humble person ever.
Dude, when he got out of the car, they went,
Um,
Uncle Sam, and I was like, see what you did there, you know?
Yeah. Uncle
I can't
Sam.
wait until because I think we all can agree somebody's gonna take that fucking shield out of that imposter's hand, you know? Like
Oh yeah.
you ain't fucking Cap.
Oh
dude.
man, that was fucked up at the end.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want it, and he was like, well, see, and that was, I just realized, whenever he put it in the thing, the guy was like, that's where it belongs.
Yeah.
And then they go trying to get a loan at the bank, and the guy at the bank's like, will you take a selfie with me? No, we can't give you a loan. It's like, dude, I'm a hero.
Yeah.
I've saved your
Come on.
life.
Yeah.
You can't give
And
me a
billions
loan?
of-
And I'm over here like,
Yeah.
how do they get paid? Like,
like he was the fucking right hand of Captain America.
yeah.
And you're not gonna fucking help
He's like,
him.
where you been? He's like,
Yeah.
they've been gone for 5 years.
Yep.
Dick.
Speaking of that, like, so let's look at Winter Soldier for a second. He went from being frozen in ice,
Yeah.
right?
No,
to
he
be-
wasn't frozen in ice. He was constantly put under when he wasn't out on a mission.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
were,
that's right.
preserving him kind of.
Well, so
Yeah.
he got captured, he got brainwashed, he did all this fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came to his senses, then got blinked out of existence.
Yeah.
and then got brought back 5 years later. How fucked up is this guy?
And he's 108. Is that what he said, or 105?
I think he's 108.
I mean, goddamn. And she just laughed, and he was like, huh. Like,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I mean, it's an incredible character arc to have, you know?
Did y'all notice
Yeah.
he's been working on that list for a minute? There's only like 2 names left.
Yeah.
Like he's been going and trying to make it right. And he's
Yeah.
like, I
Oh,
still have these dreams.
when he stops that chick's car, he has it like remote controlled.
Hmm.
That
And he's
was
like, I used to be the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm
I
not
fucked with you.
anymore.
Yeah, smiling.
Hope I can
He
sleep
looks so
tonight.
awkward.
Thanks. I think the one
Yeah.
that's really like, and it was at the top of the list. This old man.
Yeah.
He really wants to. Like, he's got to get that off his chest. But he,
Yeah.
you know, like if he tell, like, what's gonna be the guy's reaction? He was looking at the shrine. He's like, man, I really feel like a piece of shit, dude. But before I was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But here's
But
the
it
thing,
really-
man. I was brainwashed.
Yeah, exactly.
You
It
need to
wasn't
break
his
out your
fault.
papers and show him. I got papers. I'm sure he's
I
got
feel like-
brainwashed papers.
I feel like the old man, him either dying or completely coming apart on Bucky is what's gonna force
I think he's gonna
Bucky
figure it
into
out, maybe.
teaming up with. It's what's gonna have him get pulled into
Yeah,
with the
his little
Falcon.
Coulson moment where he's got to get back in there. Well, so this other
think we
guy
all
that was
can-
had the mask on, he's the same as Bucky, right? Like he's some kind of
Yeah.
super
I would
soldier.
think so. Yeah.
I think we can all agree that the mass terrorist group, they all work for fucking Zemo.
Yeah. Well, and here's my thing. Was the guy, the masked guy that beat the
That was
dog
real
shit out
strong?
of the little
Yeah.
yeah. Is he the same guy? Because they had the same body and the same hair as the guy that was in the car with the senator or whatever she was.
I don't know because he didn't talk. Need
Yeah,
to go back and look
exactly.
at his eyes, and I think that's why they didn't have him talk because he had a certain voice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we need to go back and look at the eyes because the eyes on that guy, it's like, oh, he's got a certain set of eyes, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they kind of cut through that mask. It's like he looks. Who is that under
Yeah.
there? This
Well,
guy's
what I
super
think's gonna-
strong.
Here's what I think's going to happen. Like they're both going to be kind of doing their own thing for a while, and it's going to cause their paths to merge.
Yeah.
Because like what Bucky's over here doing is going to like line up with what Falcon's over here doing, and then they're going to have to come like they're like, all right, we're after the same bad guy.
Well,
So we
what if he sees maybe the next episode it starts with him seeing the footage of the new Captain
Yeah.
America because that's going to be everywhere. And
Yeah.
he will probably be like,
That's gonna
oh,
piss-
I don't
that's gonna
like
piss
that.
him off, dude.
I just
Yeah.
can't believe that dude was like, that's where it belongs, right here in this case. And then at the end of the episode, they're
'Cause-
giving it to another guy, and it's like,
Well, it's
Wait
interesting
a
that
minute.
it's a way that Captain America is so old that he has two best friends
yeah,
from different time eras.
yeah, his old best friend, his new one.
And it's a really cool way to see how their stories are going to intertwine and how much of an impact Steve Rogers has on both of them as a character.
yeah. Do you think that we'll get an appearance by the man himself, Steve Rogers?
I was thinking it during the show when they were asking about him and stuff.
Yeah.
I was sitting there like, wonder if he'll show up. And it's like, would it
I
be the
can't
old
help-
version of him?
I feel like if they did it, it's
Like
going
a
to be
flashback
something
or something?
important. Like they're gonna, well, like it's going
Like
to
a
be like
scene?
a letter
Oh yeah.
or a fucking hologram thing.
Well,
or
kind of
some shit
like when they went
that,
into
where-
that room and
like
there
he
was all
spe-
that stuff of him.
like have it where he's speaking from the dead, you know, in a way.
I really enjoyed it. I'm looking, and this is what I was telling Adam before you came back. Never until Winter Soldier, Captain America Winter Soldier, really had no care about Falcon, never had any care about Winter Soldier. It was cool that when they were around, but never sought those characters out. They planted the seed of those two characters together
Yeah.
So
way
long
way
ago.
yeah, way back when. And you see their differences and their chemistry
Hmm.
from time to time through several movies. And then when they announce that, oh, we're doing a Falcon Winter Soldier, it's a fucking no brainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a no brainer 100%. So it's amazing what Marvel and Feige and the rest of that bunch has been able to do by like
Well,
making us care about characters that we normally wouldn't care about.
the power of fucking character development, man. Like
Yeah.
I I've always enjoyed moments when Scarlet Witch shows up in comic books,
Yeah.
but I didn't care
Yeah.
enough about that character until like WandaVision. Like hell yeah, dude.
These are
Like
characters
won
that
me
we
over.
didn't like. We didn't know we needed them, like, or
Yeah.
that we
I mean,
liked
she's
them, like,
incredibly powerful, and I've always understood her significant in the comic lore and everything because of what she contributed to the plots that I've read. But like this, the show, but that same formula has been applied to so many characters, and it's working, man. And it definitely is working with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I'm excited. I loved Baron Zemo as a villain, and I'm so glad that they didn't opt to killing that character. I love the guy that plays Zemo, and I'm super excited to see like him being just a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I've got high hopes, and I'm guessing they're going to run what 8 to 10 episodes.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 8.
So we're going to get
Um,
plenty of Falcon Winter Soldier action.
um, another thing too, I think their approach with Zemo was a lesson learned from the way like they didn't mishandle Red Skull, but by getting rid of him and making it to where he's on Vormir and dealing with the Soul Stone and all of that, um, you know, they missed out on the opportunity of Red Skull being that, I'll be back, that type of villain.
Yeah, yeah.
And I still think that one day they'll find a way to bring him back.
Oh
They'll
yeah.
find a way to they'll find a way to get him out of that fucking shithole job he's doing now and
Well,
fucking
it might be a situation kind of like Atlas and Hercules, right? Somebody may
yeah.
show up there and he may trick them into becoming that. That way he can go back to like fucking on Captain America. You
And
know
who
what I'm
knows and with the fact that they've iterated that the Infinity Stones do something to you when you're around them, when you're near them, when you've been messing with their energy and stuff. And he was doing experiments on the Tesseract. He clearly has powers as a Spectre or Vormir, but if he got brought back in full physical form, who knows? They'd had, they'd let him have more. They'd be able to take a more fantastical approach to him.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. It's going to be great and more
The
Marvel.
Marvel train's full steam,
oh,
dude.
dude,
Yeah.
after watching the episode, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
got me.
Yeah. I can't. And they may put it off one more episode before they get those two characters together because everybody wants that. All
Yeah,
the trailers showed them two together, cracking on each other and
yeah.
fucking jugging
So
on
you
each
know what's
other
gonna
and shit.
happen.
Yeah. So I think that they're going to hold out as long as they can before they put them two in a room together.
It'll
And we'll
probably
get
be
a
the end of the episode where there they
Yeah.
are,
we'll
and
get
it's
a
like, come back next week, and it's like, God damn it. You know?
well. What's gonna be interesting is if throughout this story they find a way to where because Cap Shield's gonna be the MacGuffin. I can already sense that now. But I feel like because in the comics we get moments where Falcon is Captain America,
Yeah.
and we have an arc where Bucky is Captain
You
America.
could kind of see that
And
in the
I feel
trailer
like
where
they're
they were
gonna,
sharing it.
yeah, and I feel like they're gonna have a moment where, like, because I feel like the way this first episode ended, Sam is seeing new Captain America step out. Sam's gonna be like, "Fuck this! If someone's gonna be Cap, it's gonna be me, because I'm the only one that knows what that motherfucker's really been through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all only know the cliff notes. I know it.
Yeah.
Like
And
that
we don't
motherfucker was
want a
my best friend,
former brainwashed Hydra agent
and
being
it's
Captain
gonna,
America. I mean,
and it's and that's gonna spark more problems with Sam and his sister.
yeah, because
So he's got to give
he's
up the
gonna have to go
shield.
back out
then Bucky's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna come to the conclusion that there can only be one Cap, and that's Steve Rogers, no
Yeah.
matter who wields the shield. And they, they figure they sort their shit out, and they come out as like bona fide heroes by the end.
I could
Yeah.
tell by the. Remember the scene where he's working on the motor and he goes
Yeah.
up, he can't get it to start, and he looks at all the pictures and he just kind of looks around, like, shh. And I was like,
Yeah.
he just made his mind up. He's gonna let her sell it.
Yeah.
Like you can't hang on to that memory. You know what I mean? It's like, man,
Yeah.
it's she can't even go out and get a real job because
Yeah.
she's got to do this one where she doesn't make any money. Like, can't blame her.
No, not
I
at
mean, he's
all.
been off, dicking around.
Yeah.
He's like, motherfucker. She's like, we got shrimp, crawfish, shrimp
I know that
gumbo.
shit was. Whenever I saw that, I'm like, "Where's Bubba
Yeah.
at?" So.
But it was cool that they show all that.
Yeah,
What
it
they've been
was,
doing,
yeah.
he's got his family life, Uncle Sam, and Bucky's
And I
working the
mean,
way down the list.
I'm really digging the fact that just because the Infinity Gauntlet is over with, um, the stuff that culminated to that is where like they're still built, like WandaVision and Falcon both have established that like that they're showing just how crazy the fucking
You ain't
snap
seen
was.
nothing yet.
Yeah.
And
But yeah.
I've enjoyed the approach of showing how, you know, how like so many movies or so many stories moving forward we're gonna see these little glimpses into, just how damaged, just how much the snap fucked everything up.
Yeah. For sure. And I really like that. I like how they played on it a little bit in WandaVision, but they're going to play on it more so here of what, the ramifications of that. So, I'm excited. I can't wait for the next episode to come out. It's a great, like I said before, dude, it's a great time to be a comic book fan,
Yeah.
man. So,
And it doesn't feel. I like the how different in tone these different things are. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the beauty of this comic book shit is that each character is written so differently in a way. Some of the same nuts and bolts, but overall they create a different machine with each character and each story and how they're presented, and
yeah.
the journeys that these characters take, and them not condensing it down into any more formulaic than it has to be, to where it can still stay fresh. And
Yeah.
tip of the hat to Kevin Feige,
Yeah.
for that shit, and the directors that he's able to get on board with these projects, because I think it's Matt Shackman or Shakeman who did WandaVision.
Yeah.
That dude did like great. I mean, all the directors that have like they've all been able to throw down a pretty decent film or series now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be as personal and as emotional as WandaVision was. And it makes sense for it to be like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me interested in like how is Loki going to be, and how is She-Hulk going to be, and how is Moon Knight. Like they're kind of doing a good thing by taking already existing characters and adapting them into like a one season format, long form television
Mm-hmm.
series. But I'm very interested to see how they're going to handle introducing new characters that way, because I think that Daredevil did a great job at introducing that character and showing him in a perfect time in his life, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't too late or it wasn't too early. It kind of felt right. So my question
Yeah.
is, like, are they going to take that same approach with like Moon Knight, She Hulk, things like that, or is it going to be something completely different? And whatever they decide to do, I'm cool with. I'm just interested. I'm fascinated with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
so
mean,
far, good.
since yeah, and with the amount of deep cuts that Marvel keeps getting deeper with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And who's to say that we'll eventually get us an on-screen moment where it's Spider-Man, Daredevil, and a few other New York street level heroes just rounding up some fucking robbers and taking down Kingpin once and for all, like some shit like
Yeah, some
that,
comic book shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like it's coming.
Yeah. I did say a little titty bit earlier. I didn't drop this in movie news, but someone has spotted Andrew Garfield's stunt double on the set of Spider-Man 3. Why would his stunt double be there if he's not going to be
If
in the
he's
movie?
not there to die, I don't know.
Because god damn it, some people just want to be surprised.
All right.
Oh, they're all gonna be in
Um,
it. They're getting the band back together, dude.
Well, to kind of touch on a little bit of Marvel news here. So, Shang-Chi, Free Guy, The Kingsman, and more get new release dates at Disney. So, the latest edition of movie release date shuffle comes to us from the folks at Disney. The box office is beginning to come back to life, albeit very slowly. Studios are still trying to adjust plans as we head into a summer movie season that will hopefully be much better than the one 2020 brought us. As such, Disney has delayed the release of several upcoming movies, including Marvel Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Reynolds' Free Guy, and The Kingsman, the prequel to The Kingsman, the prequel to The Kingsman. First up, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Rings will now arrive on September the 3rd. It had previously been dated for July the 9th. However, Disney decided to move Black Widow to that date.
Mm.
Black Widow will additionally be available through Disney Plus Premier Access. So we're
I'm,
getting. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I'm incredibly interested in what they're gonna do with Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
More importantly, how they're gonna approach the villains in the film, because they're dealing with the Ten Rings and the Mandarin,
yeah,
and um, you know, the Ten Rings, or at least the organization, if we're gonna deal with just the MCU and not worry about the comic lore with it, those are the terrorists that captures Iron Man in the very first fucking movie of the whole shabazz.
yeah,
And I'm wondering if low key there's gonna be some Iron Man stuff going down with Shang-Chi. Because the Mandarin, it was also an Iron Man villain, and
yeah,
he's clearly going to be the villain for this film. So
yeah. I'm interested to see how they do it, especially since I don't know anything about Shang-Chi either. So, and he's going to be like kind of a kung fu, like with powers. So,
Yeah.
hey, it would be cool if they went full R rating with it, kind of like the Night Comes for Us or whatever the where
Yeah.
he's fucking taking them pool balls and fucking people up with them,
That'd be
and shit
fucking
like that.
awesome.
or just a good old fashioned martial arts film with
Kick some
good
ass.
Marvel icing on top.
Yeah, I love that Marvel icing, dude. It's my favorite.
I do see here
Now,
that
Yeah.
the Falcon and Winter Soldier I started mentioning is the most watched series premiere on Disney Plus. Congratulations, guys.
yeah, for real, right?
That says a lot.
Yeah,
You missed out on a really good show a couple months ago, y'all.
yeah.
you know.
But so Free Guy, that Ryan Reynolds
Uh-huh.
film, is going to be released on August the 13th. The King's Man is going to be releasing on December the 22nd. And another blockbuster franchise entry that's been delayed multiple times, Death on the Nile, now has a release date for February the 11th. Murder on the Orient Express, like we need a fucking another one,
Uh-huh.
No. So anyway, basically all I wanted to touch on was we're going to be getting Black Widow on Disney Plus in July,
Uh-huh.
and Shang-Chi is going to be out in September. And then hopefully like this year, like all the shit will chill out, all the numbers will start to decrease as people get, I guess, vaccinated or whatever.
Mm.
And then we can kind of get back to business as usual.
So are those going to be on Disney Plus?
As of right now, just Black Widow.
Okay.
But I have a
But
feeling that if they set that date in stone and They may it would make sense to me if Disney did the HBO Max route where it's like we're gonna release
Yes.
it in theaters like a week,
Yeah,
several
we'll
weeks
give you
ahead of
time to
time, then
watch
release
it.
and then release it on Disney Plus. You're
Yes.
gonna make more money on Disney Plus anyway. I mean, look at
They'll
the fucking
probably end
numbers
up doing that.
on. Yeah. So
So that Shang-Chi, that's a movie. I remember
yes.
now when they were doing their little road to the phase thing and they had it. But I'm excited to see the Free Guy. We've been waiting on that for a minute. I think they're doing the best thing by moving the Black Widow to Disney Plus because like that movie was supposed to come out a while ago.
Yeah,
And
like 2 years
any kind of
ago.
hype that was built up around that movie's kind of died,
Yeah.
Like I'm excited because it's got that dude from Stranger Things in it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that,
Yeah, right.
But I don't think the hype's there. It's gonna do bad numbers,
Yeah.
especially now. So it's probably a good idea to,
Yeah. I
I'll be
still want to
watching
watch.
it. Yeah.
So, but that's all the movie news I got. Y'all see any honorable mentions? Anything?
Um.
I didn't see anything else. There's a lot of Snyder news. Some just a little tidbit of Disney news, and I mean it's pretty much DC news right now. So,
Yeah. William Shatner's 90.
oh, happy birthday!
I don't know like what day it's on, but he turned 90, and that's crazy.
Yeah, right.
He was that old.
I just turned 90.
Yeah. But no, I didn't really see anything else.
Well, y'all want to check some of these trailers out?
Yeah, I dropped another one in there a second ago.
I saw
It's
that.
the new trailer with the fight. But yeah,
I'm ready. And we got a fucking
is that Robert England?
where
The
in that
thumbnail.
first?
Yeah.
Let me see. Kind of looks like him,
Yeah.
don't it?
We're about to find
He's like,
out.
what's this old boat?
Yeah. It's HBO Max, isn't it?
Isn't it?
We're just gonna
It's
start at the
HBO
top
Max.
here.
Yeah, let's just start at the top and work our way down. The Nevers. Is this that Joss Whedon shit?
I think it is. We got to make sure though.
Yeah.
I think we saw a teaser or something, right?
Yeah, this is some Joss Whedon shit. I'm boycotting it.
You don't want to watch the trailer?
I'll watch the trailer, but I'm
Alright.
probably not going to watch the show.
Probably not.
I'm not a
I
teenage
haven't really
girl.
watched any of his other shows.
Yeah. I mean, I watch Firefly.
Yeah, I watched that. Didn't he do Buffy the Vampire Slayer? That's his
Yeah,
claim to
that's why-
fame right there, right? Like,
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not a teenage girl.
yeah. You ready, Trav?
So- You're muted, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Lapos.
The Nevers.
The Nevers. This looks like Buffy, don't it?
Yeah, just a really long time ago. Oh. Oh, he's playing a serious character. She's tall. Uh-huh. It's a freak show,
And it's all women, right?
pretty much. I mean, she'd watch that Joker movie.
Yeah.
Whedon caught an episode of The Who
Yeah.
and was like, I have an
He's like,
idea
"Oh,
for something.
yeah.
Definitely shot by the BBC. What's that guy's name? Nick Frost?
Yeah.
It's a long trailer.
It is, right?
Kind of giving away a lot. He's desperate. That's what she said. It is going to be on HBO, though, man. I might give her a peek and see. I
I'll
don't
wait till
know.
you watch it before I watch
Is it really? Is it the Josh Whedon stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
you looked it up. Okay.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Mm,
Send it.
Wouldn't want to be that guy right now.
Yeah. This movie's got 2 chains in it, dude.
The rapper?
Yeah, dude. That's what it says. First trailer for Send It starring 2 Chains.
Today, when I was going in the store, I was trying to fix my mask, and I could hear that mask on. Fuck it, mask off. I was trying to. That's what I was thinking to myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm a
Mask
walking
on.
future song right now. Percocet, Molly Percocet. Jason check. Are y'all ready for Send It?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good, Trav.
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, play. Some gnarly fucking rips, dude. Hey, that's fucking Spawn?
Is
Is
it?
that Spawn?
Maybe. Michael J. White?
That look like it kind of looks like him, but I don't think he would be. Could be wrong. That's him, dude.
Is this
Michael J. White. He's in this movie. He's like overweight Spawn. Um, she's like old enough to be his mom.
I know.
Throwing a party for all the riders. Is that Logan Paul? It was it. I'm just. Dude looks like a discount Zac Efron. I mean, what else is he gonna play?
Yeah.
This looks like it was made by those people that made that Spring Breakers movie.
Yeah. So I've never sat around and been like, you know what I'm missing in my life? A fucking kite surfing
Yeah,
movie. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
Virgin. You know,
fuck yeah, come on.
like somebody's watching that trailer and they're like, "Oh, fucking rock, caught surfing, dude."
Yeah. I was fucking born for this movie,
Like
man.
you don't know, you've never seen me on a kite surfing board. All right.
Yeah, calm down. Fuck.
To me, dude, I'm not impressed when they do the jumps because, like, dude, if you fall off, it's water.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, you know what I mean?
You're not moving that
Yeah, dude.
fast. Yeah.
Skateboarding's harder.
Trigger point. What's this about? It's got berry pepper in it.
Barry Pepper?
Yeah, dude.
What a name. You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Barry Pepper.
That's him. the pepper.
Pep. Oh, that's his name?
Yeah.
What would be really funny if that's not his birth name? He actually picked that as a stage name.
Yeah. You guys call me Barry. Barry Pepper.
Was it a man in a suit? Damn it. He's gonna go like taking on him.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the right role for the Pep.
I don't know, man. He might be able to pull it off.
It's missing Tugger nuts.
Tugger nut.
Barry Pepper. Trigger points kind of. Looks better than that fucking surfing movie.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know that
So
guy's name
that's
was Barry Pepper.
yeah.
What a name. That's like his John Wick.
Yeah.
That's like a John Wick movie, dude. Guy shows up. They're coming after us. They've killed our friends. He's got
Yeah.
the fucking gun wall.
Roll out.
Trigger point.
Trigger point.
That's what it was
I think the
missing. The
Yeah.
trailer voice guy.
trailer guy, yeah.
Trigger point.
Coming this spring.
On demand.
Bloodthirsty. I think this is a vampire movie.
Let's see. All right, I'm ready. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You good, Trav? Bloodthirsties.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. It's the dad from Pet Cemetery. Is that him?
Jason Clark.
Not him, but it looks like him. This guy's creepy. Is that him? No.
Hmm.
He's
What?
drinking the blood. Just getting into character for the album.
Yeah.
Have
Dude,
fun.
if we can get some sort of American Werewolf level,
Oh. Is it a werewolf?
yeah.
Oh, it is.
A lesbian werewolf.
Yeah. Fly high, lesbian werewolf. Yeah, man.
That's got yeah, that's got American Werewolf vibes with the way they're making her look like it, but of course that could go to shit really quick.
Yeah.
I
Normally
mean,
does.
I'm down for a good werewolf film if it's done right, you know.
And it's a different
Yeah.
kind of story. Like, she's going to make an album. She starts werewolfing out while she's there.
Like
She
a
got her
werewolf.
acting out of pocket, you know?
Yeah. acted out of pocket. 4 good day. The reason I dropped this is because it's got Mila Kunis and Glenn Close. So
All
yeah.
right. Y'all good?
But Yeah, I'm ready.
You good, Trav?
Yeah.
3,
load it down.
2, 1, play. Rated R.
Fierta.
Ooh, she's a junkie. No.
Her teeth are fucked
Yeah,
up.
dude. Sores on her face. Give me
Oh
my
shit.
stapler. She sold my stapler for heroin. My stapler. Oh. We're going serious junkie. She's gonna OD in that movie.
Think so?
Probably.
Is this Reba?
That's what I was thinking. It's like, this sounds like Reba McEntire. It's her. Junkie, dude. Look how much weight she lost. Like,
Yeah.
got her some new teeth. That movie looks serious.
He's just gonna need 4 good days. That's all you need.
But I'm not gonna lick somebody's ball sack to get high. She's trying to get an Oscar over here.
Who? Glenn Close?
Both of them. I don't think I've ever seen Mila Kunis be so serious.
No. And to be fair, it doesn't look
No.
terrible. I like both of them.
Yeah.
Some I like a little
Hmm.
more closely than others, if you know what I mean.
I've watched some of the show. You remember the first season? It's on that TBS. Now it's on HBO.
Okay.
So I remember the first season where they were working. It changes every season. The show's weird. I haven't gotten to watch like the other seasons, but it changes. Like, so
Yeah.
when we first started, remember he was working at this place, and God is played by uh, shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I quit. That's it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna end the world. And they're like, wow, we can fix this. And he's like, nah, fuck it, I quit. And then the next season, they're in like medieval times,
Yeah.
and he looks like a prince.
Yeah.
This show's just all over the place.
And this one is the Oregon Trail, apparently.
But yeah,
So
I'm down
I'm
to
ready to
watch
check
this.
it out. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. There's his name, Lieberson. Hmm. Every situation they end up in's always fucked up. This is from the Dark Ages. Yes. Cheeky. That season looks a lot better than the first one. That's his picture. See, that's the one that came out last. Yeah, dude.
I may have to check that out. It looks hilarious.
That first season kind of sets up why all that happens. Like,
Right. Okay. Next, we got Lapis Lazuli. Oh.
the blue box.
I like this comment. This looks decent.
Alright.
Let's see if it looks decent, guys.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, play. Sci-fi movie. Film festival. Ooh,
Oh, we watched this trailer.
we
This
did.
is a different trailer, but
Yeah. I still want to see this. Because
yeah,
remember, he tries to figure out how to cook the lines. 'Cause you got
yeah.
to run so much line. I forgot about this. I'm glad you dropped it back in here. It's not safe.
It looks safe, don't it?
Oh. And then it's doing more than him. That's their way of making you work faster. Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
It's got like a prospect kind of vibe.
Yeah,
You know, like the way it's shot and stuff.
yeah.
Looks different. Yeah.
Looks pretty good. June 3rd. Might have to throw that on the list. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now I'm excited about this next trailer
Oh,
because
yeah.
look what it says. Mecha Godzilla. Yeah. I think they released this trailer in China.
Yeah, you know, they get a
So
little extra over there.
yeah. Yeah.
I
I'm getting
saw another teaser last week. You know, they did the thing where they show you that little clip, then they put it in front of the clips we've seen.
yeah.
I didn't drop it in here, but it was a badass fight sequence. It's just like, man, this is gonna be so good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to watch
I'm
it.
ready. Yeah, let's do it.
You ready, Trav? 3, 2, 1, play. That looks so cool. It's pissed.
Yeah. Fuck the city,
He's like, you
save the
fucked my
day.
standalone movies up.
This is gonna be insane.
Fuck you, lizard brain. Bitch. That was cool. Oh, did you see it in his eyes?
Yeah.
So, okay, well, let's let this finish.
So this is all of the trailers.
Yeah, I probably. Yeah, they're talking about it. So they like bring it in the movie. It looks like they're bringing like Godzilla's fucking shit up. They bring Kong there,
Yeah.
try to like fight him a little bit, and then it's like this ain't working. They won't stop fighting.
Yeah.
So do they break this other motherfucker out to stop them?
Yeah.
Is that what
maybe.
they're doing? Is they're like call in the big guns,
I don't know.
bring out the kaiju?
Yeah, right. We needs a kaiju. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I'm excited.
She said there can't be two alpha males, and then
Yeah.
you can see the eyes glowing in
Well,
his eye.
Godzilla's a female, so
Yeah,
they need to just stop that shit right fucking now. I'm offended.
yeah.
So, Mortal Kombat trailer.
I'll leave my comment on there. Yeah. Mortal fucking Kombat. Hang on, I got a full screen this one.
Have you seen this one?
No,
Mm-mm.
I haven't either, but I'm excited.
I just saw it earlier when I was pulling the trailers up.
Yeah.
I saw it
Hype
on the
is
side and was
real,
like,
you know?
y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Woo! Mm. Okay, look at that. I think this shit's gonna be good, man.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like different teasers. Yeah, this was completely different. Kinda. Oh. Okay, there was some new in there.
Oh shit. Was that Sonya's
It
fucking
was.
energy move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm excited.
And when does that drop? They kept saying same day. What did it say today? Coming
No.
out theaters
Is it
at
a next-
HBO for the same day. I think they
So-
moved back that Godzilla, or maybe that's the release date where that trailer was released. Because I thought it was like the 27th or the 28th or something.
Let's see. I'm looking it up. All right, so Mortal Kombat comes out April the 16th soon. We might have a problem, guys.
We're not gonna like be out in time.
Godzilla versus King Kong's coming out next Wednesday.
Hmm.
So,
So do we want to try to go back to doors?
yeah, is it available?
I don't know. I have to see. It should be out by now. It came out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me see. Let's see, because we 2021. My uncle sent me the trailer the other night, and I was like, "Yeah, I've seen it."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, we do this podcast every week."
He's like, what's a podcast?
Yeah, I'm like, take a big breath. Hang on, I'm verifying. I don't even remember what it was supposed to release on.
I don't remember.
Yep,
don't.
BeenVerified.com. It's there.
So we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's do it. That's got fucking
Josh Peck.
Drake and Josh in it. Yeah, let's do it.
That's the one we were supposed to watch. Was it last? When we watched Cherry, that was it.
Yeah, we had to pivot Cherry in.
But yeah, we'll go back to that, and then after that, everything should line up.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, whenever Mortal Kombat comes out, we got to sub that in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it comes out April 16th, which is, let's see, 1, 2, 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh yeah. I mean, y'all
Hell
can
yeah.
watch whatever y'all want to watch that week. I'm watching that.
No, I'm watching that
I'll be
one
like,
too, guys.
the movie was good. But yeah, that's it, man.
Watch
Yeah,
it
it's-
all, guys. Watch it
We're gonna
all.
shut it down. Yeah, pull it up, watch it. Hashtag Snyder Cut, restore Snyderverse.
Yeah, let's